And we're back. Dynamic effort squat day. And it is not going to be a max effort deadlift day after the squats, because as we are approaching 7 weeks out, my intuition is telling me to pull back on the frequency with the max effort work. So I'm going to go back to doing max effort work only on Sundays, alternating between pull, squat, pull, squat, pull, squat every week into the meet. And it's like the obvious pro of reducing the frequency is that it is going to allow me to freshen up a little bit and have better strength display into the end of the prep, and hopefully I should be a little bit less thrashed come meet day. The con to that is that I'm getting about half the exposures into the meet in terms of max effort work, so I won't get as much heavy practice with each lift. And the reason that I switched to doing max effort squat, max effort pull in the same week is that I wanted to get more practice on my squats, because my squats really weren't feeling dialed. But at this point, based especially on how the high bar pause went this weekend, I know that my squat groove is solid. I know that my squat strength is solid. I just need to set myself up to display it. And by making the switch, reducing the frequency, my bet is that I would be better set up to display strength come meet day. So that is the call that I'm making. Right now, sitting here, I'm not 100% sure on the direction I'm gonna go with deadlift training today. It'll probably be speed work-ish, but I'll figure that out after squats. And since we are spreading out the frequency on the max effort, gonna be running blue bands on the squats today, make them a little bit heftier than last wave. I haven't squatted against blues since my multiply days, so a little bit, I don't want to say nervous, but like I'm like, blue bands, they're gnarly. So let's get warmed up and have some fun. Setting up on a mono, try doing your feet first.
Okay.
Not getting under the bar. That way you can kind of like, you know where your feet are, you can situate it, and then you don't have to worry, and it's more consistent. Doesn't feel as terrible as I thought it would. And I was like trying to like, what I do is I know where I am on the bar, and I try to like reference where my belly is compared to my feet. Okay. And that's how I set it up, because like you get used to referencing this mono to be a different mono at the meet, so you can't. But if I use my body to figure it out.
On the box. I'll probably run a green.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna run like the exact same wave as last time, just more band. Okay, work sets. Pull. Pull, 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 pull. Drive. Pull, pull, pull. Drive. Tighter, pull in. Head, head, head. Yeah. Tight. Pull, 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 pull. Drive. Abs. Abs, abs, abs. Yeah. Abs hard. Drive. Good. Abs. Yes. Fuck yeah. Abs. Rip. Head, head. Rip. There you go, dude. really freaking stoked with how those moved, really happy with how they felt. And like, if anything, more band tension almost helped it feel better because I had more to lock in against and then more to push into on the concentric, and they just felt really freaking connected. And like, yeah, there's people saying that the way that I box squat is a goofy ass way to box squat, but you know what? I don't give a shit about West Side Dogma. I don't give a shit about what a box squat is supposed to be. I give a shit about whether or not I'm getting carryover to the platform, because the platform and making it to meets and performing at meets is what I care about. And box squatting this way, it lets me squat better on the platform. It lets me squat better on my max effort work. It just lets me squat better. And I have other ways that I can train my posterior chain. So if I want to train my posterior chain, I'm going to use those other ways to train it better. And then my box squat targeted directly for the way that I squat. And like I was talking about before, not going to run a max effort pull. And what I'm thinking is I am actually going to do a dynamic effort-ish conventional deadlift. And the reason I'm saying ish is similar to the idea behind yesterday's bench. The reason that I've had trouble with dynamic effort conventional deadlifts in the past is that I can pull really fast and not be in a position realistic to where I'll actually be on a max effort conventional because of my leverages. Like when it's light, I can kind of cheat away from the bad leverages, momentum it through the sticking point, and then just blast it and make it feel good and think I'm doing good. And then come max effort day, I get crushed because my technical practice has been all off. So what I'm going to do with these speed pulls today is I'm going to almost try to slow it down at initiation and almost like try to tempo into the speed to make sure position's solid, make sure groove's solid, and make sure that I'm actually getting something out of it that will then carry over to my max effort pulls and carry over to the platform.
International. Yeah, I can't imagine.
That'll work. Trying to go slow to the bottom is so fucking weird. So now I've got to figure out how to be assertive enough on the wedge still, but still not asshole at the initiation. That's my biggest challenge. That might have been mission accomplished. Feels so fucking wrong to be patient at the bottom, but it is
welcome to the dark side.
What is required. And like, as much as I hate this is like the first time I've ever felt glutes on a speed deadlift. And like, maybe they weren't fast, but they were good. And I already know if I just smack into it, I can make 375 and some bands move like light speed. And like, that isn't what I need to be doing with my speed pulls. And I alluded to it during the sets, but what's really freaking cool about that is like, because I wasn't just like smacking it up to mid thighs with a super assertive wedge, I was actually able to lead with my glutes and contract glutes to the bottom, and that is exactly what I need to be able to carry me through on a heavy pull when the weight is heavy enough that I can't just smack it to mid-shins with my wedge. And like, obviously when I do have heavy weight, I'm going to wedge into it hard because a hard wedge in and a hard initial smack is going to help me. But if I'm coordinating the glutes into that with this, that should work out better. And I guess we're going to find out on Sunday if that did help. And like, obviously one session isn't enough to make that big of a difference, but since it is kind of a coordination thing, I'm hoping I notice at least a little bit come Sunday. And I figure not going to change too much else, going to go right into those kettlebell snatches, because again, if I want to train posterior chain, I can do things better than a box squat to train my posterior chain. No, to train my posterior chain. Yeah, kettlebell snatches. And what's worse than curling in a squat rack? Probably kettlebell snatch on a deadlift platform, but No one else needs to pull. Plenty of other platforms over there, and I think that the lighting is half decent, so we'll run them. Yeah, feeling them glutes just smacking. Instead of changing the camera angle, gonna change the me angle for this one. And like, the goal is to hit the glutes so hard here, the kettlebell almost just floats up. And like, if you can make a big kettlebell float, you know, you're doing at least a half decent job. Oh yeah, those are sick. And the advantage of not doing a max effort pull today is that at this point in the session, still feeling pretty damn fresh. So finally gonna get the SSB out for the Bulgarians. Hopefully I don't die. We'll see. Gotta figure out where the hell to put myself in the box. Using the monitor to like spot myself where I am in space. But yeah, that feels good. I like this. And it's so much easier to stay upright compared to the kettlebell, because like if I don't stay upright with the SSB, I'm gonna die. So stoked for this call. Got the lefty done, and I figure we'll go up a little bit. I mean, left leg back, because technically I'm squatting on my right leg right now. Knowing which hand is my right hand and which hand is my left hand is totally overrated knowledge. And there's Mian over there doing lunges with a front rack, making me feel bad about myself. Okay, red on the bar, getting a little adventurous here. See how she goes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's gonna make me stronger. Yeah, good call on the SSB. We'll run one more there. Set 2, not feeling adventurous enough to go up on these because that one was pretty freaking gnarly, but try to keep the quality at least decent here. So freaking gnarly. And I haven't made it clear, I love Bulgarians, even if I do suck at them. Let's go. Still very happy with the call of going SSB. And like, if we're thinking about exercises that carry over to different parts of the deadlift, for me, bottom end of the pull, like initial push off the floor, my goofy ass way doing box squats really, really does well for that. Top end of deadlift, that's gonna be my sumos. and those Pete Ruber style back raises. Middle of the deadlift, these have made a freaking disgusting amount of difference for me. Man. Okay, not gonna talk this one, just gonna go because talking made that last one harder than it should have been.
Oh, she's good.
Never mind, that's getting hard fast too. Wow. Man, these are gnarly. Don't laugh at them. They're freaking hard. Way gnarlier than a GHR. Oh, come on, don't catch yourself. Just do it once for the camera. Come on. Oh, you got this.
I think I know.
Arch, pull. Oh, so close.
I haven't done these in years.
Excuses. How many reps of GHRs can you do for reference?
I don't know,
Like a million?
50.
Yeah. Way harder than GHRs. And going underhand on these for Darrell. And last time I did these, posted on Instagram about how doing an underhand row can help improve external rotation access to get into mixed grip on a deadlift. And some smooth-brained rehab guy, motherfucker, commented saying how stupid I am because you're just supinating your hand. And it's like, well, you clearly have never worked with anyone who has had any measurable amount of muscle mass, because if you look at a dude that can bench 500 pounds, they can supinate their hand all the way, and they are still nowhere near being in a true underhand position that need to be on a mixed grip. And that is why you have so many big dudes ripping their biceps off to a mixed grip, because they don't have access to that shoulder external rotation to support the necessary supination. And if we can get them doing rows with an underhand grip, that can better help prepare them for where they need to be on a deadlift. Darrell pulled the soft rubber handles off, so my little frail hands are going to be more uncomfortable. This actually feels so much better. Like you're actually connected to it. The hands aren't sliding.
Yeah, the other one was too much in your forearm.
Yep.
I don't want to.
Sick. Like I swear, just taking those handles off made me like 30% stronger on this, because underhand and 4 plates did not feel easy before. And like it still doesn't feel easy, but they're moving.
Yeah, because now you're not having to deal with it slipping and having to.
Yep, curl. And I didn't think I was going to go heavy, but they're feeling good, so I guess we're going kind of heavy. Such a good stretch at the bottom. Like feels like my lats are going to rip off the bottom of my rib cage in a good way. And torso's feeling a little bit tired, so not gonna go crazy with dumbbell, just gonna go 80-pound kettlebell, push a little bit deeper into the rep ranges if she's available. Yeah, it's a lot more manageable than the hundo. Mostly because kettlebell doesn't want to roll. I think on my to get list for the gym will be heavier kettlebell for these and for the snatches. All right, one more. And probably gonna do a real video on this later today, but biggest problem lifters have who have bracing issues is it's not their bracing strategy, it's just that their anterior chain, hold on, my light right away. Yeah, grab the hat.
How should I do it?
Put it on my head.
Forward, face it forward. Yeah.
Let me move the mic.
Okay, got sound back. As I was saying, the biggest thing lifters are missing that have bracing issues, it probably isn't their bracing strategy because they've probably done 10 million bracing drills and made zero progress. The problem is that their anterior chain is too weak to actually support their brace. So they started training their torso appropriately. The bracing issue would just go away. So push your torso, work hard, guys. And that is that. Another productive training session stacked onto this meet prep. And like the vibes today, so different feeling than the vibes yesterday. Because like yesterday I had to get myself up to bring it. And today I was kind of just able to get in it and bring it. And I think the mistake that a lot of intermediates will make is like they'll have a day like yesterday where like it's a struggle and they have to find it and they have to fight to make the session good. And they'll like equate that to a bad training session because they in a way had to fight for it. And then they say a day like today where everything just felt freaking awesome was a good session because everything felt freaking awesome. And what I'm trying to remember, what I'm trying to communicate is that both of these sessions were really freaking good and both of these sessions were really freaking enjoyable, just in different ways. And like yesterday, the enjoyment came from seeing if I was able to find it. And today, the enjoyment came from just being able to do it. And like, you can appreciate both and you can enjoy both, and both can be very productive for putting together a good meet prep. And like, if you can make the sessions that are harder still fun, it just makes the sessions that are fun just that much more fun, because then you can just appreciate the fact that you feel good and send it. And like, if you can appreciate the sessions when you don't feel good, it just makes the sessions like today like that much sicker. And again, I don't mean like it's that much sicker in terms of like it was better. I mean like it felt better, and I was able to appreciate that because I was able to appreciate yesterday when energy was low and feels were low. So I think that's what I got today, guys. Really happy with the squats, really happy with trying to be more slow on the speed pulls. And again, damn good day. Excited to see how the rest of this prep shapes up. Excited to see what pulling back on the max effort, lower frequency does for me. Have a good night.